Hello friends, in this video we will discuss controllers in Codeigniter framework. In previous video we have discussed introduction of Codeigniter framework, how to install Codeigniter framework, how to run Codeigniter application, and we have shown the file structure of this framework. But now in this video we will learn what is controllers in Codeigniter framework and what is the works of controller in Codeigniter framework. You have shown the file structure of this framework, and in file structure you have shown the application folder, and in that application folder we have shown different folder other, and there you have shown the controller folder. So you can create controllers file in this folder. First we discuss what is controllers in Codeigniter framework. In this framework, controllers are the heart of your web application, as they determine how HTTP requests should be handled. A controller is simply a class file that is named in a way that can be associated with array. Friends, you can see that in controllers folder there is one file which is welcome.php as a controller. When you open and show this file, then you can see that this is simple PHP class file which are defined in PHP open tag in this simple welcome class file which extends the controller class. Now we have shown how to create controllers in this framework. So for this, first we have copy this file and paste and change the name of file from welcome.php to main.php, and open this file and change the name of welcome to main extends controller class. Here you can see that class name should be start with capital letter and it should be name of file. If you start write controller by small letter, then it will produce error. So for controller name should be start with capital letter and it should extend controller class, and we have remove other code from this class file. This way we can create controllers in Codeigniter framework. So this way we have create main controller, and this controller is simple class which extends controller class. If have you know PHP object-oriented programming, then in that class is a collection of number of function. So for this, in this controller we have create one public function index. Here we have write index function because controllers load index function by default. So for this we have first write index function. So whenever controllers will load, then at first load this index function. For test this index function in browser. So for this, in this function we have write simple echo statement with text like test index function, and save this code and check output in browser. Here you can see welcome Codeigniter page. This is because by default Codeigniter run the welcome controllers. Now we want to run this main controllers. So for this we have go to application folder, and in that folder we have go to config folder, and in config folder we have open roots.php file. When we have open roots.php file, you can set the default controllers name. Here you can see that default controllers is equal to welcome, so we have changed this name from welcome to main. Now Codeigniter framework will run main controllers as its default controllers. So this way we can change the name of default controllers. Now we save this code and check in browser. On browser, in URL we have write localhost/tutorial/Codeigniter folder name and press enter. You can see that text like test index function which we have write in index function of main controllers. From this output it is proved that controllers first load index function by default. Now we have again go to main controllers and define another function in it. This is because controllers is a simple class, and class has made by many number of function. So in this controllers we have define other function. So for this we have write public function test1. Here test1 is the name of function, and in this function we have write echo statement with text like test1 function output, and save it. Now we want to get the output of this function in browser. So for this we have go to browser, and in URL we have write localhost/tutorial/index.php/controllers name which is main/, and lastly we have write function name test1 and press enter. Here on web page you can see that text like test1 function output. This way we can run controllers function test1 by writing in URL. Now but every time you cannot load function in URL. So for that, if want to call function on when controllers loaded, so for that you can load function by writing into index function. So for this an index function you can write $this with function name test1 and save this code. Now in browser, we have again write localhost/tutorial/Codeigniter and press enter, and you can see the output with text like test index function and test1 function output. This way we can load function with index function when controller load. It will load index function test1 function by default. So this is my simple introduction on controllers in Codeigniter framework. In this video we have made discussion on what is controllers in Codeigniter framework, how to create controllers and which rules like first letter must be capital like you want to follow while create controllers, how to create function into controllers and which function will be load first in controllers, how to load other function of controllers in browser and how to load other function in index function. This all things we have discussed in this video. If you like this video tutorial, please share this video with your friends or even you can also share this video tutorial on social media also. In next video we will discuss models in Codeigniter framework. Friends, you want to get more update of my video, so, friends, you can subscribe my YouTube channel. Friends, you can also like my Facebook page also, or you can also follow Webs Listen on Twitter.